Gallup, New Mexico. It's Jason with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty, and I want to thank you for tuning in on this episode of Going Deep with Gallup Real Estate 101. And I've got some great information for you today. Today we're going to talk about how quickly equity builds in your house, and I'm going to give you a great little tidbit. If you stay with me until the end, that might help you if you are not living in the family right now. So let's start off with, I got a report from CoreLogic that said 70% of New Mexican homeowners are living in a significant equity position. Now, just to be clear, what a significant equity position is a 20% equity position. So if you have a $100,000 house, you owe $80,000 or less on the property. 70% of New Mexicans are in that type of position. And so what I wanted to do today was, if you've been living in your home for 5 years, you might be in a much better equity position than you even think. And let me explain why. Property values have been going up as you've been paying down your mortgage, and somebody who just maybe paid for 5 years on their house might really be in a good position. So let me share something with you, because I want to show you how quickly this builds up. Now, first off, guys, I want to take, for example, a $150,000 house. If you bought a $150,000 house back in, let's say, 2013, and if we just took a less than historic average property value growth, you know, property value growths are going at 3.6%. That's the national historic growth rate year over year for home ownership or property. So I'm going to be a little conservative. I'm going to say $150,000 house, and I'm just going to take 3% of your property value growth to consider. So what I want to let you know is, if you 2013,000 in the first year, you would be at about $154,000 is where your property value growth was. By the time the second year rolls around, we do that by another 3%. Your property value might be as much as $135 or $159, $135 for the second year. The third year, your property value likely increased to $163,909 for that third year that you've owned your property. And again, the 3% conservative property value gain, $826 for the fourth year. And by the fifth year, you're at $173,891. So what I'm essentially telling you is that if you bought your property in Gallup, New Mexico, just about 5 years ago for $150,000, you might be sitting on a $173,000 property right now. Now, that's not the only thing that I want you to consider. I also want you to consider that you've been paying your mortgage down a little bit. And so if you had a $150,000 mortgage back in 2013, you've been paying on that mortgage a little bit too, which is also helping you in your equity position on your house. So for example, after the first year, using a 4% interest rate, you would have paid your mortgage down to $147,582. And then by the second year, you would have been at $144,842 on the second year. And then by the time you're at your third year of paying on your mortgage, you're at $141,990. Your fourth year, you're going to be down to $139,023. And by the time your fifth year rolls around on your mortgage, which is about now, about this time of the year, you're at $135,934 is what you would owe on your mortgage. Now, guys, the reason I'm sharing this with you is how quickly equity builds in houses. And you're looking at, I bought a $150,000 house in 2013. My property value might have grown up to $173,000, and I paid my mortgage down to $135,000. This means you're maybe sitting on an equity position of about $37,000 $957 if you purchased your home just about 5 years ago. Now guys, this kind of shows you the leverage of home ownership, and it gives you the idea of how quickly your property values actually grow and put you in a better financial situation. So that being said, closing up this video is this: are you living in the perfect house for you and your family right now? Are you missing a bedroom? Do you need a little bit more square footage? Maybe you've had a couple of kids leave to college or something, and now it's time to downsize. What I want you guys to know is this is a great time to wrap this equity position into a new property, because property values are continuing to gain and mortgage rates still are relatively low. So if you purchased a home just about 5 years ago, look at the equity position you put in the foundation that you built for your family, and also consider, are you in the perfect house for you and your family? If not, give us a call. We'll help you find the next one. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please share this with your friends and your family, guys. Let them know how quickly you can build equity in your home ownership, and why real estate is still considered one of the best investments of all time. This is Jason with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week with another great topic. Oh, and by the way, share it below, and also let me know what your thoughts are on this. That way we can help more people and get more information out for you guys. That way it all makes sense. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye-bye.